see you at the top. I rise, been through a lot, and whether or not I climb, no one can stop my grind, 'cause I'm going.
Morning, all. I figured I would make a little tiny video here on the thing that kind of hit me this week while I wait for my coffee to be brewed. So, well, if you can see it back there, voila! While I wait for that to be brewed, also, yes, I am sitting in the driver's seat, but I am literally parked. I have nowhere I'm going. I have not started my day, nothing. So, for those who like to sit there and try to get drivers in trouble and be like, oh, they were driving. No. So, man, that coffee smells good. All right. So, this week's topic is going to be on the charge that you will see on my pay settlement of going over Swift's set miles that they have for you to be able to go. If you go over those miles while you're on a lease, they charge you an excessive mileage fee. Well, I got hit that fee. No, they did not take it all out at once, which I'm kind of glad with this week's pay settlement that's coming up. But at the same time, I'm like, just get it done and over with and just charge it off already. So, basically, you're damned if you do or if you're damned if you don't. Out of the 4 leases times I have tried leasing a truck, I think Swift's the only company that has actually charged me for excessive miles. And I'm sure I'm going to get a charge for excessive miles again this next month. So, Swift, when you sign your contract, they in the little section, and I'll screenshot it and show you, they tell you get 10,000 miles, which is not a lot, but I don't know. I mean, it is a lot, but at the same time, it's not a lot. If you're a driver like me who likes to run and does not like to sit, you're going to get that excessive charge every month. So they set it at 10,000 dispatched miles a month. That does not include, I'm assuming, the miles that you drive that isn't dispatched. So, I started here October 3rd or 4th. I can't fucking remember. But started here, and by the end of October, even though I was already 4 days in, I was about 12,000 miles. So that's a little over 12,000 miles. So that's a little over 2,000 miles over their limit. Swift will charge you a 9 cent per mile over mileage charge. Now, I'm assuming this is because they want to keep the value of their equipment at what it is without having a driver run it up. Just in case they end up returning the equipment and not finish the lease. Now, the lease that I did find out is it's a Swift truck. They do it kind of like let's say like Schneider does. Schneider has SFI, which is their bank that they own, but it's a separate entity of Schneider. That's how they do their leases over there. They send you over the SFI. It's through their bank that they own, but it's separate. Well, Swift does the same thing. I knew Knight did, but I did. But Swift does the same thing, and I just realized that it's a Swift truck, but it's through the bank that they own. It's through the bank they own. RTI was a completely different thing. RTI, when I was at RTI, They had it through Mocap Capital, which is a completely different entity of RTI altogether. So, I don't know if the mileage excessive charge is because of the IEL company that Swift owns, or if it is Swift's mandate itself. But they give you 10,000 miles. If you go over that, you get charged 9 cents a mile every dispatch mile that you went over that 10,000 miles. Which put me, after having a $68 payment, I still owe like $200, if I can remember correctly looking at the thing, like $279. So I went pretty far over their suggested mile for the 10,000. So you're pretty much damned if you do and damned if you don't with Swift. Swift is the only company, like I said, that I have actually seen the over mileage charge. When I had leased with Night Transportation, Night had that clause in there, but they never did anything. They never charged him. When I was with Wilson Logistics, Wilson never had that clause at all. Wilson owns their trucks 100%, I'm going to assume. I don't know, but they never had the overage charge. They did, however, have it to where if once you hit a certain mileage point on your truck, you had the ability to either return the truck or you had to pay it off. So they did have that. RTI was the same way. RTI had an excessive mileage charge, but RTI, I think, was a little bit more realistic, and they wanted drivers to actually get some miles. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to relook at the RTI leasing. I still have it. I think it was 11 or 12,000 miles a month. The entire time I was at RTI, I never got charged an excessive mileage charge. So it kind of hit me when I got hit that excessive mileage charge and saw that on my pay settlement. So, you're pretty much damned if you do, damned if you don't. You have to choose which one would you rather do. Would you rather, here at Swift, would you rather not run a whole bunch of miles and run just 10,000 miles a month and not make a lot of money throughout the month? Or would you rather go balls to the wall and just pay the excessive mileage charge? In my opinion, personally, I'd rather go balls to the wall and pay that excessive mileage charge. For me personally, I don't understand not wanting to get as many miles as you possibly can every week or every month. So that's my take on this topic. If you have any comments or anything else you want to make on this topic, put it down in the section, in my comment section. I'm pretty much at that point to where you're damned if you do and damned if you don't, and I'd still rather pay the excessive mileage charge than not be getting miles. I'm sorry. That's just the way I am. So yeah. I don't know what else to cover on the topic. Can't really think of anything. I'm still trying to wake up. Like I said, I'm here somewhere in South Dakota. I'm parked. I haven't even started my day yet. I'm waiting for my coffee. So, all right, y'all. That's it for this topic. Keep the shiny side up and stay safe out there, guys. All right. What's up, guys? Sorry, I'm eating my lunch and taking my half an hour break right now. But now that the final settlement, technically, even though it's been the same since yesterday, for this last 2 weeks have come out, figured I'd do this portion of my video as well. So I had 2 pretty slow weeks. The first pay settlement you'll see a little bit more, about $1,500. That was me being stuck. That was during the whole time of me being stuck out here in the middle of the country. They did finally give me a load home that I kept and delivered after I came off of home time. I was about a day and a half late from my home time, which is whatever. Thankfully, I'm pretty lenient and pretty flexible on that kind of thing. So other than that, this week, the previous week, like I said, that I'll be getting paid tomorrow on Friday. The reason why that one is only a little over $800 is because, again, I went on home time for 3.5 days and picked up a load there in Colorado and didn't deliver it up into the Pacific Northwest until literally Monday, the couple whatnot. So and then got a load back to Salt Lake to Utah, dropped it, voila. So that one was a little short week again. That one is understandable. I went home for 3.5 days. Obviously that one's going to be a short week. The $1,500 week, that one a little bit more upsetting for me. I wish I could have had more miles, but they kept, like I said, they kept nickel and diming me on miles here and there. These little tiny runs. That's all they kept giving me, is these little tiny runs, and I don't know, in my opinion, they don't really add up. I mean, they do, but they don't, if you get what I'm saying. So the pay stub, I'll show you my pay stubs here at the end. Like I said, I think I have finally found a way to where I can show you guys everything without revealing too much of my personal information or my company's information on this. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm still pretty happy here. I had a couple extra charges on these last two paychecks, these pay settlements. First one, that $1,500 pay settlement, I had a fee for getting the Best Pass, the little white bar thing that sits up in your window. When I originally got the truck, I was like, oh, I'm not going to need that. I'm never going to go into an area that has tolls. I don't want to go through tolls. Well, then when I got out here in the middle of the country, I was like, okay, well, I should probably get one. That is a optional charge when you come on to Swift. They will give you the option to get that. Like I said, I chose not to. When I got my truck there in Arizona, ended up needing it. So they charge you a one-time fee of $90 right off the bat as soon as you get that little white Best Pass box. And then it's $8 a week after that. But that $8 a week guarantees that Swift will pay for your tolls. So, my opinion, it's well worth it, paying the $90 upfront fee and then only paying $8 a week, while Swift pays the actual total of your tolls when you go across your toll road. Like there in Oklahoma and Kansas on the Kansas Turnpike, there in Ohio, there in the Dallas area, there in Colorado on E470, they will pay your tolls for you. So all you're having to do is pay the $8, and I think that's a pretty good deal. So I had that $90 charge added onto my thing. I'm trying to figure out the fuel situation. Trying to not be spending so much money on fuel every week. I'm getting better at it. So that's one of my biggest expenses, obviously. Even over at RTI, it was a huge expense of mine. So this $800 one, that is where you're going to see that excessive mileage charge. Excuse me, because we started a new month, and they decided to charge me for the excessive miles that I drove. And like currently, I'm a little over 15,000 miles, which obviously means I'm probably going to get the excessive mileage charge again come here at the end of November. So I'm going to try to stay busy with the holiday season here upon us. That means a lot more freight, a lot more money that can be made. So I'm going to be trying to stay busy, trying to keep running. Me personally, I don't really care about being home on Thanksgiving, but Christmas is a must be home. So I will probably be out here driving during the Thanksgiving week and on Thanksgiving Day. So yeah, I mean, I'm still pretty happy here. I'm starting to figure out some things where I was getting frustrated. My driver manager and I are starting to talk and get along a little bit better. So I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say. So I guess I'm just going to end this video so I'm not continually rambling on, and that way I can actually finish eating my food too for this half an hour break. So as always, I will show the settlements here at the end. I'm also going to show you some information. If you so choose you want to use me as a referral, I will give you my full name and my driver code. If you want to put it down on your application if you're thinking about coming over the Swift, then go ahead and do so. If you don't want to, I don't really care. I'm not here to get referral bonuses like a lot of drivers are here on YouTube. I'm literally here to show you guys my personal experience throughout this company and while being a owner-operator / lease purchase driver here at Swift. So, but I'm still going to give you that information, and it's up to you if you so choose you want to use it. I'm not going to force you to use it. I'm going to be open and honest with you. It's an extra $1,500 given to me. So if you do decide to use it, I don't know, maybe in my description of my videos, I give you an email to reach out to me. Maybe if you want to use it, maybe you can reach out to me through email and we can figure out a way to split that $1,500 if you want to. Like I said, I'm not here to get the referrals. I am going to put it out there though, but I'm not here to get referrals or anything else. So, and like I said, as always, in all my videos, I just want to show you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly of my experience. So, yeah, I hope you guys stay safe on the road, and I hope everybody has a good rest of your guys' week. And I'll see you guys on the next video. All right, bye.
Life goes by so fast. None of us knows how long we have left. None of us. Every hour that we use is one we will never get back. So we don't want to waste them. We want to use them wisely. Time is just too valuable to waste. I wonder how many people at the end of their life feel that they have truly lived the life that they were meant to live or wanted to live. If you don't like the way your life is going, you're the only one that can change it.